Hello, everyone. Ooh, welcome, welcome, welcome in. It has been a minute. Hi, Diamond. Happy Sunday. How is everybody? It's so good to see you all. Happy lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse. How are y'all feeling? How are y'all feeling? Because I can tell you, I've been going through some stuff. I've been going through some stuff, you guys, but we can get into that shortly. As soon as we've got a few more people here. I am looking for sage in the meantime. Here we go. This is the bag I was looking for. Welcome in, get settled. Oh shoot, actually, I don't have my water. Okay, wait. All right, well, welcome in, get settled. It's good to see you guys. Happy Sunday. We're gonna be talking about the energies of this full moon lunar eclipse that we are experiencing this weekend, that we have been experiencing. Hello, I'm okay. I can honestly say I'm okay. I am feeling a little under the weather. It seems that I have eaten something that, yet again, once again, is not agreeable with my system. So I'm having a fairly extreme, yeah, it's a pretty serious reaction to it. So if my energy seems a little low, that's why. Never mind. I did not forget my water. Hello, it's good to see you as well. Welcome in, welcome in. So I'm currently chugging water like it's my freaking job. But you know what, you guys? There is a part of me that honestly feels like what I'm experiencing right now, it's a purge. My body is purging right now. Now, we could say, oh, and also, I got a new deck, you guys. The Zodiac 108 by Kimberly Aria and Debbie Dubois, or with Debbie Dubois. I just got this deck in the mail, and I absolutely love it, but I want to sage it a bit. What were we talking about? Oh, I can't help but feel like there is also a purge happening in the collective. Hello, Yolanda. Hello, Scarlett. Copenhagen, yes. Denmark in the house. Varush, give me the light. Jennifer, Dawn, June, Sonil, Diamond, hello. Hi guys, I'm well, thank you. It's so good to see you. I can't help but wonder if there is actually a purge happening in the greater collective. This does feel quite ironic. It is happening during a time where I'm supposed to be celebrating something with a bunch of friends, a bunch of colleagues and all that. And I'm experiencing this situation right now, and it's kind of putting a hindrance on it, like to the point where I'm like kind of wondering if I should actually even go to this thing because of what I'm experiencing with this current physical purge that my body is going through. I do feel like there really is quite an actual purge going on in the collective, and my body is reflecting this because, to be completely honest with you guys, I'm not really even sure why this is happening. Like I've been able to, I've been able to, think about it, and I've come to certain conclusions. At this point, I think I know what I ate, technically, that is creating this reaction. When I think about it, it could be multiple things. I've gone through the process of eliminating, because I've been eating Doritos. You guys, I am a sucker for a bag of Doritos, okay? But Doritos are made of corn, and all kinds of other stuff for the flavoring in it. And corn is one of the things that does not agree with me. It's gluten and corn for me, right? So I've been eating Doritos, okay, but that shouldn't have created this extreme of a reaction. And even when I was eating the Doritos, I wasn't having really a reaction to it, which was interesting. So then, okay, could it be some bad spinach that I ate a few days ago? Like this? I don't think so. This is too extreme of a reaction. okay, well then that I whittled it down to now to a certain meal that I had made for myself using certain materials that I thought were good for me. So I can't honestly, because in the past I've been able to definitively tell you, yes, I ate this and this is why this is happening now. But this time, I'm really not sure. So I can't help but look at that and say, okay, there is a deeper, greater purge going on for the collective right now. And that is very much in alignment with what I have been channeling for the collective over on Patreon. I'm probably gonna sound like a broken record, okay? But if you haven't checked out Patreon yet, and, oh wait, I had one, didn't I? Or what did I do with it? Oh, that's fine, I have more. If you haven't gotten on Patreon, if you're considering getting on Patreon, I definitely recommend doing it. Welcome, shout out to the newest members. Shout out, welcome to the Unicorn Herd. I love you guys, thank you for joining. But it really is going to be of great benefit to you because I am going to be focusing more on Patreon, more of my time, attention, and energy on Patreon. I do want to come back here into YouTube every once in a while, you know, and check in with the greater collective, but I don't want to set a schedule. Since 3 a.m. this morning, yeah. Purging people, habits, and negative energy. Yes, June, that makes perfect sense. And I'm gonna be coming back to the greater collective here on YouTube, but I'm not gonna put it on a set schedule. That's one of the, I don't want this. That's one of the aspects that I've been working through lately. I don't want to announce anything. I don't want to put anything too much on a schedule. I have a schedule. I have a routine. And I'm sticking to that. But when it comes to readings, when it comes to being a channeler, a reader, a healer, a guide, hi Iris, I don't want to put a set schedule on that. I want spirit to inspire me. I want to do it when spirit inspires me to do it. And so, and I have been very, very inspired lately, don't get me wrong. Like, it's so crazy because the day that I really announced to the world that I'm putting readings officially on the back burner to focus on other things in my life, a weight was lifted off my shoulders, and I literally turned around and discovered Etsy for the first time. I know how late to the party I am. Don't worry about it. Better late than never, okay? But I discovered Etsy and then ended up buying this new deck that day, and I'm in love with it. And then I bought more too, and I'm planning on. I've figured out how I can expand my card collection. It's been on Etsy this whole time. I don't know what I had against Etsy in the past. I don't know why it took me so long to actually accept that it was a viable place to buy legit cards. I don't know why I was so stubborn about that, but I found it. We're here. Better late than never, yeah. So anyway, so it's not, so I say all that to say, I'm in no way am I giving up being a reader. I'm just changing my focus. And so Patreon is gonna be where it's at. If, thank you, Bree. If you want to stay in the regular collective loop, okay? Otherwise, it's just gonna be whenever spirit inspires me to come check in with the greater collective, or if there's a message that gets channeled over on Patreon and at some point I'm like, ooh, this needs to be out in the public, I'll upload it to YouTube, okay? But if you want the exclusive, if you want the new, the good, if you want it exclusive, if you want it up front when it's hot and ready, check out Patreon. But over on Patreon for like the last 3 or 4 readings, we have been talking about this energy. And so I'm gonna recap it a little bit because this is where it feels like this purge is coming from, okay? But it started with love. And it's, how exactly did it start? Feeling like the collective was in a comfort zone, okay? It was this 9 of Cups and, well, no, I'm sorry, that's not how it started. Thank you, Spirit. It started with feelings of being overly independent. 8-8 portal. What about the 8-8 portal? Overly independent. And that came through a reading over on Patreon. And it was at like the very end of the reading. I don't even really remember what the rest of the reading was about, but at the very end, all of a sudden this like overly independent energy came through, and it came through really strongly, and I called it out because, you know, that's what we do there. And the collective resonated. I mean, y'all took to Discord and was like, damn, I really got called out here. Multiple people on multiple levels, you know what I mean? And I never said it, I never replied, but I found myself resonating with that too, like as well. Like, okay, so, hey, what's up, Aunt? It's good to see you. Welcome in, good morning. So I understood where y'all were coming from with that, right? Because I absolutely resonated with that energy. But so then, because there was such a visceral reaction to that message, I was like, I was feeling guided to pull more about that overly independent energy. And that's where we got into this collective situation of being in a Nine of Cups state. It was the Nine of Cups with the Six of Swords. And normally this Nine of Cups and Six of Swords type of energy would be a good thing, right? You're moving forward towards greater happiness. You're achieving greater happiness. You're achieving mental clarity. You're achieving peace, peacefulness, 1111 on the counter, and all that stuff, right? Yes. And that has been a healing situation for you, for the collective, right? Healing from the heartbreak, the pain, the backstabbing, the romantic situations, the familial patterns, the childhood wounding, you know, any and all of that stuff, right? This whole healing journey we've been on. Wrap it up in a nice little bow, call it the Nine of Cups to the Six of Swords, moving forward towards greater happiness and emotional fulfillment, emotional balance, wish fulfillment, just greater happiness, right? Greater emotional happiness. Well, that is a good thing. That is absolutely, in fact, absolutely is a good thing, because there is a lot of healing that has come from that. But this is something that was channeled then later on, a few days later on Instagram. Check that out. This is all surrounding the full moon. Hey, honeybee. This is all surrounding the full moon lunar eclipse. Okay, so go look for those readings titled that, and you'll be able to piece together all of these messages outside of what I'm trying to do right now. But there was an energy of that, and this came through in the Instagram reading. You've done a lot of work. Six of Swords, Nine of Cups. You've done a lot of healing work. You've come very, very far, okay? You are in this Nine of Cups energy where you are focused on your emotional happiness. What you know makes you happy, or what you know has made you happy in the past, okay? This Nine of Cups, contentment, emotionally fulfilling thyself is what I'm hearing. And also doing a lot of healing, okay? But that healing was not the end all be all. That healing was meant to get you to a certain place of having been healed so that you can actually go for what it is you really want, what you truly want. 1313 on the counter. But there is an energy here for the collective of some of us getting stuck or caught in that Nine of Cups comfort zone energy. This is us having normalized energies like sitting on the couch at night, you know, watching Netflix, probably stoned, with a glass of wine or like a tub of ice cream or something. And I'm not saying doing this in like, oh, I'm depressed sort of way. It's more like doing this because it's like, you know what, I'm enjoying myself. This is great. This is what I call a Friday night, right? Maybe with your bestie or something like that. I don't know, but I'm seeing you solitary here. And, you know, having put on a little fluff, we'll say, yeah? This doesn't have to be physically speaking. This could just be spiritually, energetically, figuratively speaking, okay? But that's this comfort zone that we're talking about here. That's this, your happy space, your happy place, okay? And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And the fact that you found that place is perfect. That's exactly what you were meant to do. But like I said in the Instagram session surrounding this, that work that you did to get to that place, that wasn't the end goal. The end goal is your 10 of Pentacles. So this whole situation has turned into no longer being in that Nine of Cups energy. Because there was an argument I heard or I felt in terms of Here's not your goal. Exactly. Yeah. On the Instagram session, there was like a little bit of an argument. It's like, well, wait a second. If I'm in the 9 of Cups, why can't I be going to the 10 of Cups? Why do I have to shift so much to get from the 9 of Cups to the 9 of Pentacles to get to the 10 of Pentacles when I can just go from the 9 of Cups to the 10 of Cups? And the question there was, the question there was that 10 of Cups energy. You've experienced it in the past. It's something familiar to you, is what I'm feeling here. Ask yourself how well that worked out for you in the past. Also, we are looking for, at this point in the collective, we are looking for stability, permanence, commitment, something that we can grow, something that we can build together, build upon, something that we can grow with, grow together in. This is commitment, this is union, this is family, this is future generations to come. 10 of Pentacles, this is permanence, something grounded, stable, sturdy, secure, long-term, long-lasting, right? Stability. You can, and love, and definitely love, okay? But the focus here is the stability, the permanence of the situation. You can have all of the emotional fulfillment that you want in the 9 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. But I doubt you'll have anywhere near the stability of the 10 of Pentacles. And at this point, we're not in it for just the emotion. We're not in it for just the connection, the crazy sex, the just emotional indulgence of it. We're not in it for that anymore, nor should we be. This is a north node. Spirit is saying this is a north node facing pathway. 1717 on the counter. We are not in it for just the emotions any longer. We want permanence, we want stability, we want steadfastness, we want commitment, we want something that can be grown, something that can be built, something that we can devote our love, our time, attention, and energy into. That's not just gonna float away or run away on a whim, or when the next big storm comes through. You know what I mean? So that is why we are needing to shift, or the message for the collective is it's time to shift out of this comfort zone, 9 of Cups, and start shifting into the 9 of Pentacles, the slim and trim and proper, the ready to go, ready to receive that Ace of Pentacles, that final pentacle to hit the 10 of Pentacles. Now, you're having to step out of your comfort zone is what I'm hearing. Another way of putting this, or another analogy that we had, was you have an event to go to and you want to wear a specific dress. Maybe you have a wedding dress picked out and you need to, I'm hearing, or you want to fit back in it. And I say picked out. I don't mean you got married in it already. You might have. You might have. It's an old wedding dress, and yes, you're divorced, but it's a beautiful dress, and you just want to be able to fit back in it. Maybe you're not necessarily going to use that dress again for another marriage, but if you can fit back into that dress, then imagine what else you can fit into. Okay, I'm picking up on that. But I'm also picking up on someone that who is not married. Maybe you're divorced, I don't know, but you're not married, and you've picked out a wedding dress. You don't even have a fiance, but you've picked out a wedding dress. And you were able to fit in it in the past when you were in these toxic circumstances and you were a little more slim and trim. But now that you've healed from this and you've put on a little bit of padding, physically, yes, maybe body weight, energetically, barriers, spiritually, like boundaries. These boundaries helped you heal, gave you a little extra padding, a little extra bumper, if you will, right? But that bumper is no longer needed. If, like a cat, if it fits, it sits, yeah. That bumper is no longer needed. You have healed. You can stand on your own. You can slim yourself down. Let go of the fluff of the 9 of Cups. Slim yourself down to the 9 of Pentacles so you can fit in that dress to go to the event. So you can fit in that dress to go to the event. The event being receiving or meeting or reaching your 10 of Pentacles. You are ready for this now. You're ready for this part of it now. What I'm hearing is you have healed quite enough. It's time to let go of the boundaries and the borders that you have set for yourself in previous stages of healing. This may sound a little counterintuitive to some, because Spirit is quite literally asking you to let go of some of the boundaries. Hey, Gabby, to let go of some of the boundaries that you have put up for yourself as spiritual protection in terms of spiritual warfare. Okay. Take this as it resonates. But what I'm getting now, guys, is that you are strong enough to handle the circumstances without those barriers. You don't need those training wheels any longer. If, like, say, if you were bowling, you don't need that bumper in the gutter any longer, because you're skilled enough, or you're at least aware enough to continue building the skill to continue to improve in your game. This is why I almost kind of want to change the name of the stream to not the final wrap up, but to it's time to take the training wheels off, because that's really what this feels like now. Rest of the world is strange. Stay in my lane. I'm hearing that in my head now. It's part of Plastic Off the Sofa, Beyonce. Boy, I know that you can't help but be yourself around me. Yourself around me. Taking the training wheels off. There is a final wrap up. And it does involve being vulnerable. There is a level of vulnerability that is needing to happen, that you are coming into. I think that's quite done. Anyway, a little bit of a dance break there. Gotta love that. Where was I even? Oh. Something else I wanted to mention. This also is kind of connected to what's closing out here. That answers your question. But nodes changed. So, as far as constellational astrology, the nodes aren't changing. But in terms of like maybe traditional sidereal astrology or tropical astrology, I believe, yes, the nodes are changing. But in constellational, true sidereal, the nodes aren't going to change for a while. As far as this is concerned, the North Node is still in early Pisces and is moving backwards towards Aquarius. And Pisces is a pretty large constellation, so it's going to be there for a while. And Virgo is also equally large. Large and in charge. So anyway. Another thing that came through over on Patreon is that this is also kind of connected to the new moon solar eclipse we had earlier in the month. It changes tomorrow. It's already, yeah, it's been in Pisces for some time. Hey Mo, what's up, baby boo? Yeah, it's been in Pisces for some time already. I was still living up in my old apartment when it shifted. Well, that makes sense. I've only been down here for 2 months. Anyway, something that was, okay. During the solar eclipse, there was some sort of lunar aspect, dark, hidden, I'm getting 8th sphere aspect to your life. This may be ancestry. If you're not familiar with the 8th sphere, I recommend that you Google it. I recommend also that you Google Gigi Young, 8th sphere, and listen to her depiction of it. That's who I learned it from. Anyway, there was some sort of dark aspect that eclipsed the sun when we had the solar eclipse. And over this process now to this lunar eclipse, where the sun is now eclipsing back over the moon, that's where I feel this final wrap up is coming through. And actually, that's what I want to look into for the collective, for this collective reading. What that aspect, it feels like, again, a cleansing, a purging. If you're just now tuning in, I started this session with an understanding that there is some sort of purge happening. My body is purging in a pretty extreme way, and I'm not quite sure as to what I have done to create such an extreme purge. So that leads me to believe that there's something greater out there that's being released, being purged out, some sort of dark aspect, some sort of low vibrational energy, very, very dark, sludge-like energy is being purged out of the collective right now with this eclipse. And it came to the surface. It came to the surface during the solar eclipse. And now that we are having the lunar eclipse where the sun is eclipsing back over the moon, it's cleansing, it's being purged out. There is a dominant energy of like your soul, a certain righteousness, a new purified version of yourself, or a greater, not necessarily new, but a greater purified version of yourself, because that version of yourself always existed. It's new to you now. Is entering into your system, entering into your situation. Okay, so let's look at this. That's what I want to look at for this final wrap up. That's what this wrap up is. We're going to start with the Zodiac 108, 'cause I am so in love with this deck right now. It's insane. And I do have another one coming. Okay, so let's look at this. Show me, for the collective here, Spirit, show us what this dark lunar aspect is that is being eclipsed out, purged out of the collective at this time. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. We have book burning. Changing the narrative is really what's standing out here, book burning. But, you know, there's a bunch of keywords on here. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to put it back in. But this is, yeah, mind games, rewriting history. Yeah, okay. Ooh, wow, okay. Mind games stands out there too. I think that's 3. Give this 2 more shuffles. What is this dark energy that's being purged out? What is this final wrap up? Taking the training wheels off. This final wrap up. Give this one last shuffle. What is being purged out of the collective at this time? This dark lunar aspect, Spirit. What is being purged out of the collective at this time? This final wrap up here. Corset. Held together, boundaries, restriction, prim and proper, following the rules, structured, but not, I mean, that's like the exact opposite. This is the book burning that came out. This is the changing the narrative. This is being all buttoned up, prim and proper. Wearing this corset, trying to fit into society in a certain way, letting loose. But actually, okay, wait. This is also that 9 of Pentacles energy. Okay, so you're burning the old book of your belief systems, your rules and regulations, your laws, what you will and will not accept. You're burning that old book. And this is also how you are taking the training wheels off. because you're done following those rules that you chose for yourself. They no longer fit you. They no longer suit you. So you're slimming up. You're getting down to the bare bones. You're getting down to more of your actual figure, is what I'm seeing in this corset energy. It's strange. I don't know what kind of bug that is. Look, it might have been an ant. Looked kind of like a spider. It's strange because you're burning a book, and this energy of restriction, being prim and proper, following the rules, that's what this corset can represent. But I'm seeing the opposite. I'm seeing you, yes, burning an old manual, but still holding yourself together in a new way. Held together is really what's standing out the most here for you. Okay, show us this wrap up, Spirit. Okay, interesting, because this card came out over on Patreon as well. Show us this wrap up. What is being eclipsed out? That's enough. Sagittarius energy. We also have Aquarius energy, Libra, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Leo. Okay. That doesn't really matter so much. This card, actually, I even think corset came out too, but I know that springtime, new moon, the maiden within 1 to 3 months. This card came out during the Patreon reading. And like, I shit you not, guys, this is a deck of 108 cards. Okay, Inventor came out as well. We'll talk about that in a second. For some of you, I am hearing by the new moon. But I'm also seeing that for some of us here, or for the greater general collective, this also was kicked off during the new moon. Something happened. You have been experiencing an event or a life circumstance that is causing you to want to slim up, trim up. And this could be the very last of your healing work, okay? The very last of your healing work in terms of setting yourself up for the Ten of Pentacles to come in. Okay. There is some sort of decision being made about having your blinders on, or having a level of blinders on. I'm hearing blinding yourself to the truth of reality. Maybe even blinding yourself to your own strength, because there is a level of releasing certain boundaries, certain spiritual protections, you could call it, and leaving you kind of more vulnerable to the elements, but it feels like you're taking training wheels off. It doesn't feel like you're any less protected because you're stronger. You can handle it without all of the blinders on, I guess. I want to call this raw dogging with the universe again. Okay. Now, that's the past, right? Blinders and gavel, that's the past. This is the present, spring or new moon and corset. The new moon kicked this off. The new moon, solar eclipse kicked this off. And in the future, it looks like you are going to be taking way more of an active role in terms of manifesting your reality. You have Inventor and Wheel of Karma, and I'm seeing the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune in that. Interesting. Okay, where do we go next from here? Let's get some tarot on this. Golden Universal. Okay, guys. Let's see. This is not. Please do not belong here. Page of Wands in reverse and the Hermit came with this. There is definitely, I'm hearing plastic off the sofa again. There is definitely a maturing happening. Absolutely a maturing happening. Okay, becoming ripe. Maduro in Espanol. And that maturity, that ripeness is absolutely the Nine of Pentacles energy. The Nine of Pentacles state, excuse me. Prim and proper. Ready to go. Excellent, Nancy. Buenos días. Me alegro. Good morning. Okay, let's get into this. I want to talk about the blinders first, but I'm going to give this 5 shuffles. We're going to clarify all of this. The Emperor and the Six of Cups catching my attention. Controlling the past. No. Maybe that'll make sense later. Excuse me. Oh, Aries energy. Okay, this is. Excuse me, guys. This moon is happening in Aries. It was at the very early stages of Aries. It's still in Aries right now. Okay. The Emperor and the Six of Cups, Aries energy. The Six of Cups feels like justice and or validation for your inner child. Last shuffle. Taking the reins. This also has. This also feels like children, family, wanting to have children. The Emperor to the Six of Cups. Even if you're a woman, you could be really in a masculine mind frame in terms of how do I set myself up to be prepared, to be ready to have these children, to have this family. Because I am seeing family aspects in that 10 of Pentacles that we're seeking. Levels of having a family and all that stuff, right? Emperor to the Six of Cups is, I know the Six of Cups is the past, but the Six of Cups has children on it. And that's what I'm seeing. Yeah. Yeah. Ayudar. Ayudar. We've got the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck here. Now, here's the other thing about it. Wow. There was also an energy here of someone going from the King of Wands state to the King of Pentacles state. Okay. But now we have the King of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Hermit again with the Chariot, and the Three of Wands. There is a feeling here of now someone wanting to go towards that magnet we were talking about over on Instagram, the Four of Wands. Having done some soul searching, realizing what it is that they wanted. Maybe having even answered that question. You have to, if you haven't watched the Instagram live reading about the full moon lunar eclipse, yes, the full moon lunar eclipse, you need to go watch it because that thing is coming back up right now. So you may not necessarily understand what I'm saying here. Hey, Sarah. But that's okay. You can always come back and watch this again anyway. But now it looks like this person's, they've answered the question of, does that really work for you in the past? Is that still something you want? I'm hearing, no, it isn't. I want this. This stability, this magnetism. I'm doing the soul searching, the Hermit, to get into the driver's seat to go to drive home. Ooh. Ooh. Best. Three of Wands. That was another big energy. waiting for, you know, having invested a lot and finally starting to see a return on that investment in terms of the energetic vibration you have been trying to hold, and that now starting to show itself in your physical reality. That was also part of the message for the collective over this time period. All that can be found on Patreon. I want to talk about blinders and gavel. This may have religious aspects for some of you. Okay, you may be leaving certain religious sects behind, and that could be some of this ancestral karma you're dealing with. This could also represent a divorce. We do have legal matters here, court order. An important decision. There is an important decision that is being made. Someone is taking blinders off, blinders of denial off. Blinders of denial. Because also the part of the message in terms of getting all slim and trim, going from the Nine of Cups energy to the Nine of Pentacles energy, part of that message was, you know, needing to leave certain, we'll call them selfish, for lack of a better term, realities or situations behind. Like, for example, you're single, but you desire to have a wife or a husband and a family, right? Well, if you want to do that, you're going to have to come out of the bachelor lifestyle or bachelorette lifestyle of just being consciously focused on yourself. You got to start thinking about having another person in your life. You got to start thinking about, well, I can't, if that's really what I want, then I can't really be in this energy of just doing whatever I please all the time. Not to say you're doing anything bad, but you're living your life. You're living your best life. All on your own. You don't have anyone else to think about. You don't have anyone else to answer to, even, if you will. So you're gonna have to get prepared for that. You're gonna have to get ready for that. You're gonna have to be ready to, like, set that down, leave that behind, and be like, no, I'm ready to involve another human being in my life. That's very similar to, I thought about quite a few months ago. I was like, well, wait a second, Eric, I'm really good with myself. Nine of Cups, I'm really good with myself. Do I really even want a boyfriend? Do I really even want someone else coming in here and potentially fucking up the peace that I've created for myself? Not to say that they would intentionally try to do it, but you know what I mean? Bringing a whole other variable into here. I mean, like, whoa, I don't know if I'm ready for that. That was months ago. But that's part of this Nine of Cups energy too. Going from the Nine of Cups of being pretty self-indulgent. Hey, that's what I'm hearing, self-indulgence. And you know what? Technically, that really can be a good thing. If you do it properly, you know what I mean? You don't go overboard. But the Nine of Cups can represent overindulgence. Indulgence in the self, really, is what I'm picking up on here. Going from that to slimming it down, Nine of Pentacles. You still have your 6 pentacles here, but then that means you also have 3 that you can set aside for another situation. Whereas before you had all 9 of those pentacles all up in you. You were just luxuriating in your well, at that case it was the Nine of Cups. You were just luxuriating in it, and that's great. It's helped you heal. But now it's time to delegate. It's time to be like, okay, I have what I need here. I'm good, I'm set, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm whole, and I've got a little bit extra. Let me take that little bit extra. Instead of just indulging in it, let me take that 444 on the counter. Let me take that little bit extra and set it aside for another situation, for someone else to be in my, does this make sense? That is what is also part of this moving from the Nine of Cups to the Nine of Pentacles. And that's where I also feel like blinders of denial are coming off, because maybe you were in denial surrounding that type of energy. Of saying to the universe, I want a partner, but then showing the universe that you're not really ready to have another person in your life. There is no space for them. Again, we're not saying that's wrong or bad, and in some cases, some realities for you, it's the blinders are coming off in terms of 44 on the counter, in terms of what it is you would need to do to be ready for that, to be in the appropriate energy, the appropriate space, the appropriate stance, to receive that 10 of Pentacles that you so graciously seek, right? What are these blinders and gavel, this decision being made? The Five of Cups is the first card out. There are some things you're going to have to let go of. Ooh, wow. Oh shit, this just got really serious here. Damn. Toxic situations. Here's the Six of Cups again. But it came out and it flew out, and it flew out face down. And then we have the Five of Cups here. But then we got the Tower. To the Seven of Wands, to the Devil. Toxic situations, toxic circumstances, toxic relationships. This may be pretty explosive. I did channel that on Instagram. This might actually be a little explosive. My attention is being drawn to that part of that aspect of the car, the explosion where the lightning is hitting the tower. This might be very sudden. Oh shit, I was doing it anyway. Oh well. This might be very sudden, but I feel like somebody is putting up boundaries between toxic energies, okay? And then you have the Six of Cups that came out here. And this came out face down, separate from all of this. This is that same Six of Cups energy. This is that childhood, fulfilling, validating something within your inner child, something that you've always wanted since you were a child, or wanting to have children, wanting to have a family, letting go of these toxic circumstances in order to do so. I mean, you do have this Three of Cups here. I'm sorry, the Five of Cups here, but the Three of Cups is spilled out in favor of the Two. Okay, maybe multiple options if we're talking about love. That did come out on Instagram. Now, the gavel, the blinders that are coming off. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, the blinders that are coming off could very well be surrounding what the devil, what certain toxicities may have meant for you in your, I want to say love life. I literally just wanted to say love life. So maybe that's the dominant theme here. What had you chained? What had you bound? What were you keeping yourself bound to? It's got to be let go of. The blinders are coming off surrounding it. You are realizing the truth about it. Looky here. You have overall energy at the bottom of the deck with this is the Seven of Cups to the Two of Cups. There's the Two of Cups right there. The two cups that are still standing on this Five to Temperance. Patience. There's a lot of confusion right now. Chaos even, it seems. Lots of things swirling around. I'm getting creative chaos with that though. This Seven of Cups here. The Six of Cups to the Seven of Cups. Creative chaos. Getting you to this Six of Cups. Okay, so let's look at Spring and Corset then. For the collective. Spring and Corset. New moon. Yeah, okay. So this is when, the new moon is when this started, when this work started. Eight of Pentacles, all right? This says new moon on it. The maiden within 1 to 3 months. Okay, I'm not really focused on the 1 to 3 months thing. It's really the new moon. This new moon is when it started. But this Eight of Pentacles, this is the work. This is also the work that you're needing to do, or that you're going to be doing to fit into this corset, to get to the 9. Spring and Corset. Queen of, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Woo! Yes, honey. Okay, look, we have the King of Wands again. This might be you, go-getter style, is what I'm hearing. With this has come the Queen of Pentacles and a 9. Not the 9 of Pentacles, but the 9 of Wands. This has been a long, arduous process for you. And with this King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I do feel like you see a light at the end of the tunnel here. And so that's kind of motivating you to get moving, to move faster. Not focused on anything other than your investments. What it is you want to be investing in. Yeah. Yep. Similar energies, you guys. You have the King of Wands to the Two of Swords to the Three of Wands. But that to me is saying you're not focused on anything other than your investments. What it is you are meant to be investing in. Investing on, I'm hearing. Underneath this Two of Swords, Three of Wands is the Hermit to the Chariot back to the Four of Wands again. Driving home, knowing where home is, learning where home is, and wanting to get there. Now, the last card that's come out here is Justice, and it fell out over on the blinders and gavel energy. There you go. This literally could be some sort of legal matter. Blinders and gavel. Here's Justice coming out on top of the Tower to the Seven of Wands and the Devil. What was the first one? The Five of Cups, right? The work you do now creates a great future. So this Nine of Wands here means don't give up. Keep going. Keep persevering. Long and arduous process, we know. Wheel of Karma and Inventor. You are inventing, you are recreating the karma for yourself. Dharma, destined, inevitable, cause and effect. Cause and effect definitely stands out here. Cause and effect absolutely stands out here because you are receiving the effect of the cause you have put into place. And that is by changing yourself. That is by creating, inventing, innovation, imagination, creative, technology, okay to fail, do it again and again. Inspired ideas, setting trends, mastermind, modern era. Show us Wheel of Karma and Inventor, please, Spirit. This is off in the future. Look what fell out on you in the present. The Knight of Cups. You are literally manifesting this. You are literally, oh, come on now. Manifesting this. Wheel of Karma, Inventor, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Cups falls out on you as the Queen of Pentacles in your present state, working on getting to your Nine of Pentacles. Come on, girl, bro, sis. Show me Wheel of Karma and Inventor. Three of Swords. Oof. Knight of Wands. Death. 10 of Wands. Well, this just got interesting. We have the Page of Wands that's come out in reverse, and again has fallen out on blinders and gavel. We have the Knight of Cups that's fallen out here on you in your present energy, getting into your Nine of Pentacles. In the future, Inventor and Wheel of Karma is Three of Swords with the Knight of Wands upright and Death. So this is quite literally you growing up. Taking the blinders off, taking the training wheels off, and entering into more of the big boy or big girl leagues. Literally going from the Page to the Knight. While still being the King of Wands, okay? Transforming out of the pain, out of the heartbreak. Being willing and enthusiastic, okay? That's now this bonfire makes sense. Bonfire has been at the bottom of the deck. ever since the beginning of this reading, of this deck here. Sagittarius energy. This also does represent Sagittarius. So does the page. Both the page and the knight represent Sagittarius, but this is official Sagittarius energy for me. This Knight of Wands. Enthusiasm, joy, community, getting things going, meeting people, getting out there, mastering yourself. Ooh, I have a headache. Closing message. Let's get a closing message from our 108 here. Closing message, please, in terms of this final wrap-up for this lunar eclipse, coin toss, Virgo. Closing message. Yacht. Closing message, Spirit. Changing. At this time, the situation is in a state of flux. Anything could happen. Yeah, that makes sense. Because the first card that came out here is coin toss. Choices, either or, be fair, considering pros and cons. Fate, equal, two sides to every story. Butterfly effect. Either way, 50-50 chance, unpredictable, can't decide, take a chance. Considering the pros and the cons feels very strong. And then you have yacht, adventure, affluence, luxury, mobility, travel, great ease, smooth sailing, sophisticated, with the wind, self-indulgent, prosperity, comfort, wealth, over the top, extravagant. It feels like somebody is making some sort of decision between this yacht energy. Oh, the yacht energy kind of is giving me that 9 of Cups we were talking about. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Sapphire. Sapphire came out for the Instagram Patreon collective. Mental force, spiritual insight, hope and faith, wise judgment, extroversion, life of the party, divine favor. And then you have optical illusion. Things are not what they seem right now. Things are very unclear. There's a lot of confusion. Okay? Keep your mind straight, keep your mind about you. Then you have slingshot and grape, or grapes. And I feel like you're being what's showing up, what's standing out for me is with slingshot, ready, aim, and fire at the very end, very bottom of the card. And then grapes represent abundance. You're being shot. This abundance is going to come in like that. You're being abundance, prosperity, surplus, fullness. Well, there's that overindulgent energy again. Extravagant in yacht. There's also a choice that someone is making here that someone could make that could lead them to some insane prosperity. And I don't think it's the way that you think or the way that they think it would. It wouldn't be readily seen. It's not, maybe not your typical form of it. Not what you would typically see or think of when you see this specific person or this specific scenario, situation. All right, so things are not as they seem right now. Keep your mind about you. Okay, stay grounded, but also keep your wits about you. Yeah, because also this situation is changeable, is fluctuating. It's not a yes, it's also not a no. Okay. That's what I've got for the collective today. I hope this was helpful for you. Happy full moon, lunar eclipse. Excellent, Mel. Good, good, good. I have to go get ready for the rest of my day. I am extremely hungry. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat, but I gotta eat something. I love you guys so very much. Happy full moon, a happy lunar eclipse. I hope this reading, this message, this session was helpful for you. I am gonna be devoting much more of my time, attention, and energy over on Patreon. So if you wanna get more regular readings from me, definitely hit Patreon. I'm not gonna be focusing too much on YouTube or anything. I will still be coming back and doing collective readings every once in a while, but I don't want to put a set schedule on it right now. I just want to let spirit inspire me. So that's that. I hope everyone has a great day. I look forward to connecting with you again very, very soon. Yes? Mwah! Bye.